so loud. I'm not quite sure how to talk over this. This music is really impressive. But we're playing Zombie Police, Christmas Dancing with Police Zombies, which is about a duo where one is a zombie police and the other one is a new cop. New game. Let's see how bad I am at this. The story is a work of fiction. All characters, organizations, places, and events portrayed in the story is standard stuff. Welcome to the world of Zombie Police. This game is a trial version. Alright, this is just a demo, by the way. The full version includes stories from Chapter 0 to Chapter 3, so you can enjoy a total of 4 stories. In this version, you can play the entirety of Chapter 1. I wonder what happened to Chapter 0. First, your senior Detective Anna will teach you how to play, and Chapter 1 will begin. What? Tamura-kun, I'll now test police basics. What are the fundamental principles of investigation? It's a very good question. There's no full screen. I accept this. Save. Immediately. Yep. Certainly, Detective Anna. The first is inquiry, the second is information, and the third is deducing. And the last is securing the culprit, with 2 exclamation marks. Our main character is very excited about this. Correct, I'm glad you remembered. Tips, you obtained Yasu Tamura. This is a really weird way of putting it, but alright. We've obtained them. Newbie detective. Moved to the countryside for university. After graduating, enrolled in the police academy at age 22. Family consists of parents and a younger sister, high school student, and a dog. No dating partner, likes coffee. Oh. Oh no. Yes, I took notes. I can check anytime by pressing the tips button at the top right. We're already breaking the fourth wall here. Excellent! And he just accepts it. Notes only show their true value when reviewed. Make sure to check them frequently if you are in doubt. Yes. The deduction button will appear at the top left during the investigation. You can press it whenever you figure out the truth. It's possible to deduce without all the information, but making a mistake can have horrible... Yep. Consequences. You mean wrongly accusing an innocent person, right? Exactly. The real culprit remains at large at the same time. A culprit who gets away might become emboldened to commit more crimes. That's a heavy responsibility. Yes, indeed. Indeed, our responsibility is significant. Therefore, we must proceed with caution in our deductions. Tamura-kun, you have the advantage of sharpening your detective skill the more information you add. Is that so? I'm flattered. You also have the disadvantage of your deduction not being as sharp when you feel the information is insufficient. Ugh. But there's no need to sharpen your detective skill forcibly, as long as you can get to the truth. It's possible to deduce without gathering all the information, in fact. However, if you're ever in doubt, explore various places and talk to different people. Are you okay? Yes, I got... Whoa, why is there just a random sepia filter? Okay, that's cool. Why is this man so buff? I have a question for you. What do you think is the difference between butterflies and moths? Their antenna. The antenna of a moth is actually furrier. Butterflies, I think they don't have any fluff on their antenna. That's why moths are cute. Well, not the garden variety ones. They're just nuisances. But so are some butterflies, so it all works out. Butterflies and moths, my knowledge is quite limited, but... Butterflies are diurnal. Yeah, I think I said that right. And moths are nocturnal, and with some differences in wing movement and anatomy. Is that correct? Wait, How did you become so old all of a sudden? You're quite knowledgeable. Haha. Since this is a convenience store in the countryside, we have a lot of moths in summer. Why is it flickering? While looking into solutions, I got curious. I see. Then let me ask you something else. I will agree. You need to know as much as you can about insects and bugs if they are your enemy, because then you can know the most efficient way to murder them. Yay! This isn't a quiz of a correct answer, but rather a confirmation of the definition. Please stop flickering, I feel bad. Can butterflies that are active from evening to night still be called butterflies? Semantics. They're called semantics. Just to make sure, you're talking about real butterflies that fly at night, not a metaphor? Of course not. I'm talking about insects with the characteristics of butterflies that fly around at night. Well, there are some moths, I think, that fly around in the day. Like, I go outside and I'm like, why is this thing here? Sometimes I go outside and I look at the ground and there's just like a random moth just lying there and I'm like, what the heck is it doing on the ground? It's probably sleeping though. That's a difficult question. The answer changes depending on what we prioritize. Prioritizing physical characteristics makes them butterflies. Focusing on activity times makes them moths. Interestingly enough, some countries don't make a distinction between butterflies and moths. They refer to them by a single name. That's right, the difference between butterflies and moths seems to have a clear boundary that's actually ambiguous. So I changed the refresh rate on my main display to try to stop it from flickering. I'm not sure. Mismatches are difficult to resolve. That's right, the difference between butterflies and moths seems to have a clear boundary, but it's actually ambiguous. The only clear difference is probably the public image that butterflies are beautiful and moths are dirty. Based on what we've discussed, I want to ask you, what do you think are the characteristics of zombies? A popular topic. Well, it's a cliched image, but I guess attacking humans? A lot of media nowadays likes to take the idea of the zombie, and there's always this weird thing where I've seen a lot of stuff where instead of zombies being the main antagonist, they always use it to twist it into, but actually, these slow-moving creatures, who cares about them? The real danger is the superpowered zombies that can shoot flames and control other zombies and do all that weird stuff. And so can you, because you got infected, but now you're, you know, a superhuman, not zombie. And it's just like, whoa. Whoa. We've really gone far, far away from the idea of a zombie being a danger and more of a... It's just not a species, not a fantasy race. It's kind of interesting, really. I see. Those bitten by zombies become zombies. It's a basic zombie. I mean, it's a basic setting in zombies movies. The zombie's curse. The zombie's curse. This risk is the essence of zombie movies. As a kid, I was so scared of these because I didn't know what would happen. It was like, whoa, it'd be really scary. Imagine if you were forced, if your consciousness was forced and stuck, you were stuck in a shambling mess as your body was rotting away around you. If you became a zombie, that would really suck. Or you just lose your consciousness and your body just goes on without you. That's also kind of scary. And that's why I was so scared of zombies as a kid. But I was just like, yay, cool movies. Yeah. So, do we call zombies that don't attack people zombies? Are humans who attack people really human? I mean, like I said, zombies are kind of just a fantasy race at this point. What is the victim? What is the perpetrator? I began to question these things during the first case I handled with Senpai. Wait. So we're in the future? So he's old in the future? Whoa. Digital signage. This is a special alert from the police for the holiday season. There's a period when incidents and terrorism are more likely to occur. We will conduct special alert activities. So, this is where I've been assigned, District 99 Station. They told me to come in the evening, but why? Could it be that we're going to the welcome party right after? No, but before that there should be various things like greetings and a tour of the station, right? Come to think of it, which floor is the Special Investigation Division I'm assigned to? Hey. Alright, on the assignment notification, the location isn't written. I'll have to ask at the reception desk. It's pretty uncool to not know on my first day of assignment. It's so sad. Hey. Well, I'm hearing about the Special Investigation Division for the first time. What kind of cases do they investigate? The assignment document didn't have any detailed information, and I didn't receive any relevant emails on my phone either. Sergeant Tamura. Yes? We're a sergeant? I thought we were a detective. Ignoring your superior on your first day at the station. Seems like we've got a newbie with quite some guts. Superior? Huh? Eita Ueno. I'm Kaicho, the Chief of Division 1 at District 99 Station. I also serve as the Chief of the Special Investigation Division. Chief of the Special Investigation Division? That means you're my boss? That's right, I'm your boss. I'm so sorry. No, my name is Yasu Tamura. As of today, I know you're the advent of this year, right? But, do you know what an advent calendar is? It's the thing where you open it up every day during a month, usually December. You're like, wow, cool thing. Wow, cool thing. Wow. It's not cool. Okay. It is that thing where you open a box with a date written on it from December 1st to 24th and eat the candy inside? My parents liked it and bought one every year, although my little sister ate about 80% of it. Ah, children. At our station, we call the rookie detective assigned on December 1st the advent. Today is December 1st? Not even paying attention to the date. Looks like we've got an even bigger shot than I imagined. Oh no, an incident date in the promotion exam I took yesterday was December 1st, so... And get your sense of dates back on track now. Today is December 1st. Anyway, to continue, the exam for detective promotion is supposed to be conducted in order of the students' scores under each instructor's charge. If everything goes smoothly, the last graduate gets assigned as a detective on December 1st. I see, because December 1st is the day that they start using an advent calendar. Wait, doesn't an advent calendar end on December 24th? The newbie who joined on December 1st last year died on duty on the 25th. The guys for the previous 2 years quit on the 25th. There's a lot of crime around this time of the year. Some guys get fed up and quit the police force. The last promoted detective vanishes after 25th, a jinx modeled after the advent calendar. What? What kind of jinx is that? There's so many cases that such a jinx was born in this jurisdiction? No, wait. Could it be that they think I'll quit or die too? Believe it yourself. I finally became a detective like I always wanted. I don't want to die or quit. There's no need to fall silent with such a pale face. Your training officer was Hannah, right? Yes? He's excellent both as a detective and as an instructor, though I'm a bit concerned about his excessive energy drink consumption. If Anna judged a student to be fit to become a detective even when he's advent, he has sufficient potential. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations. I don't have any expectations, and there's no need for you to meet them either. Just accomplish the job you're entrusted with. That's what I've been doing. Yes. Well, yes, you're a veteran detective. This person is my boss. Amazing. I'm getting excited. Tamura, what kind of detective do you want to become? Huh? If you ask me what kind, let's see. No matter how atrocious the criminal, always recommend surrender first. So you're saying that regardless of how atrocious the criminal is, you want them to go down peacefully? A detective with a human touch like that? Though I guess that might be too idealistic. I see. Well, do your best. By the way, where are you from? Are you familiar with this place? With this area, rather? No, I'm from a much more rural area. I first came to this area this spring, half a year ago, for detective promotion training. I was so busy studying for exams that I'm not very knowledgeable about this neighborhood. And half your senior, teacher from scratch. Senior? Right, from now on you'll be partnered with a senior detective. Light on our feet, sharp intuition, she's solved many difficult cases so far. Sounds like a capable person. Yes, very capable. The special division was created for her. Someone like that is my senior. I'll show you to your workplace now. Follow me. Yes, sir. Amazing. A new division created just for one person. It's like something out of drama. Workplace must be filled with cutting-edge equipment in a new futuristic setting. Nah, you're going a little too far. I like how he looks around. That's amazing. The other day, the crowd scene for a detective promotion exam was a warehouse at the training facility. Indeed. And this is your workplace. Isn't this supposed to be a warehouse? You see, there are desks and chairs. The interrogation room has those too. Desks and chairs. In the first place, didn't the nameplate on the door here say warehouse? Am I seeing things? Very observant. It was a communication error. I told them to take it off. So it really was a warehouse after all? I'm here! Oh! Short. You made it! Tamura, Yasu-kun? So short. She's on a box! This is sad. Who is this girl? She's not a girl, she's a zombie. Calling me a girl? How rude. I'll have you know I'm older than you. Before we get to the age thing, did you say zombie? I misheard? Sorry one more time. I'm a zombie. She's a zombie. No, I didn't mishear. That's how it is. How it is. A fresh newbie. I rather feel like a dying fly flailing around. This is Akemi Kabane, your senior colleague. It's funny because her last name is Corpse. You just call me Detective Zomby, okay? Impossible. What a bad joke. I can't call her that so casually. Detective Tamura. Now on, you'll be conducting investigations under Detective Kabane. Working with your senior to tackle cases. My heart is already a major incident. What is this? No, really, what? My detective promotion exam isn't over yet or something. She's cute. I call. Hello? Mosh mosh. What? That hotel? Damn. No, it's fine, got it. I'll send the detectives in charge. Preserve the scene as much as possible. What happened? An incident. A body from a fall was found within our jurisdiction. I'm leaving it to you two. Whoa. Oh, it's already evening. Can I go outside? Permission granted. Don't leave Tamura's side. Alrighty, let's go, Tamura-kun. Hey, wait up. Tamura, don't take your eyes off Kabane. You're telling me, but she's my senior, right? Don't take your eyes off her. Got it? Yes, sir. Oh no. They're working. She's tucking under the tape like a pop curtain. No, outsiders can't come in. Excuse us, we're Tamura and Kabane from District 99 Station. We're here to investigate on orders. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry about that. No, it's fine, I understand how you feel. After all, Kabane-senpai doesn't look like a detective at all. Her appearance is completely that of a girl. I don't know, she's wearing plaid and she has random belts. It's clearly a detective. The zombies... Oh, whoops. The body's already been transported. She does look the part when examining the scene, but... What is she? No, Kaicho said she's not human. Or something about being a zombie. The zombies are a moving corpse. Looking closely, there seems to be seams on her arms and legs. I thought they were just realistic printed tights and gloves like my little sister used to have. But are they real? No, there's no way they're real, right? I mean, why would the zombie be working as a detective? To find the reason they died. The zombie thing must be a nickname. And there's probably some really positive story behind how she got it. No, she's dead. It's not a positive story. It's probably... Like she almost got killed by a perpetrator, but just barely didn't die. So she's called a zombie or something? This man's desperately grasping at straws. That would be more believable, putting aside the fact that she looks very young. She's actually a vampire. This entire time, and that's why she looks so young. I'm just kidding, by the way. Oh my, that isn't Tamura-san. Huh? You're... Hello. I'm Shino Nishimura. Today I'm engaged in my main job of forensic work. Oh, Tamura-kun? Who's this person? This is Nishimura-san, who played the role of the culprit in my graduation exam. I'm Nishimura from forensics, and who might you be? This is my senior detective, Kabane-senpai. Senpai, oh my, what a cute senior you have. Nice to meet you. She's not phased. Nice to be met. But still, we've reunited in quite a place. We were dispatched here to investigate an incident that apparently occurred. Oh my, your first job. Well then, allow me to give you a little overview of the incident right here. At this large hotel, Namino Hotel, a person fell from one of the rooms. Look, see? On the 5th floor, the second window from the right is wide open. It seems the guest staying in that room fell from the window. A fall death. Then isn't it an accident or suicide rather than an incident? You're too soft, Tamura-kun. Accident or suicide, either way it's an incident. That's true. Oh, that's true, but... The body has already been transported. We're still working on identifying him. An adult male. Blood type A. Seems like he fell head first. The poor thing. His head was like a half-squashed tomato. That metaphor is easy to understand, but scary. But for this type of body, the amount of bleeding seems a bit low. Hey, how's the body positioned? Face down? Face up? When I saw it, it was lying face up. Let's see. The scene photos. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Because you'd expect if they fell from the window, that they were probably looking out of the window first, right? So maybe they were in a fight, and then they got pushed out of the window back first. Who knows? It was like this. Are you sure he fell from this hotel? If he fell from this hotel, his legs would be positioned towards the hotel. That's why they're asking, I think. The doorkeeper in front of the hotel and passerby saw the body fall. They saw the body fall from above and go splat. Circumstances of discovery of the body. Tips obtained. I click. Oh, okay. I click now. There's less bleeding than usual for the body. I think they just dumped the body because the position doesn't match. So they might have he might have been dead in the room before they just kind of just pushed him out. They just rolled him out. Which is kind of weird, isn't it? If they rolled him out. Because it would indicate that this person is kind of weak and incapable of just grabbing a whole person and just chucking them out the window. This doesn't make sense that he fell sideways. But who knows? I'm not a detective or anything, okay? What about that doorkeeper? It's me. Around 2:13 p.m., that person fell from above and went splat, squish. Ugh. That's a very specific time. It was about time for the guests with reservations to start arriving, so... After I heard the splat sound, someone shouted that the window above was open, and then you realize it was the guest that fell. Someone died. This is it, isn't it? It's all over for this hotel now. I mean... There's plenty of famous hotels with a bunch of deaths attributed to them that still operate, so... I finally got hired thanks to the increased staffing for the hotel's renovation. I finally found a job. I don't want to be unemployed. That's what he's focused on. Oh well, losing their job would certainly be tough. Eyewitness account of the falling body, tips obtained. The victim's room has been preserved, so if you ask the hotel staff, you should be able to check the scene. Well then, I'll be going now. Let's click on this, look at it. So, what we can deduce from this is that number one, since there are reservations, either this person, whoever the perpetrator is, they might have wanted purposefully for the body to be discovered as maybe like a distraction or something. So it being a very specific time means that maybe the perpetrator knows about this time, or alternatively it being in 2:13 p.m. that's right after lunch. Maybe somebody got into an argument over lunch and then they went, you know what, you don't deserve to live. Who knows? I'm just saying things now. I'm just rambling. Well then, I'll be going now. You're leaving already? I've collected what needs collecting and photographed what needs photographing. I've done all I can, however. As you know, our situation is... I'm sorry, but please don't expect too much from our work. Yeah, I understand. I'm really sorry. What happened? I'll give you the phone number for the forensic facilities. Please call if anything comes up. Well then, see you. Oh. Huh? Senpai? Where are you? Senpai! Face up, huh? The way this victim fell is bothering me. Why don't we try it out? Just because there's a zombie doesn't mean you should just chuck yourself out the window. Please stop. Don't do that. Huh? Try what? The room the victim fell from. It's on the 5th floor. Let's go! She just leaves. Hey? Tamura's just like, what? What do you mean? This is the floor plan for this floor. Hotel 5th floor plan, tips obtained. There's a church nearby. What? I go safe. Me scared. Push to inquire. Hotel employee. Hi, what you doing? 1,000 apologies. I'm deeply sorry for the inconvenience, but this floor is off limits today. We're Detectives Kabane and Tamura from District 99, and here to investigate an incident. Oh my, I'm utterly ashamed for my ignorance. To think that I was addressing the police. Oh, to be honest, he just looks like some random detective, and Kabane just looks like a cosplayer. Oh, it's not as spacious as I thought. Oh, police. I get how he feels, I totally get it. She doesn't look like police at all, but she's also with the police. I saw from outside just now. Which room on the 5th floor has its window open? Would be room 508. It's a room just before the corner room on the right side at the end. This hotel's room's keys are regular cylinder keys, and since the police opened it, it remains open. Huh? Doo-doo-doo. Yes, thanks. Wait a second. Wait up, Detective Kabane! Looks like the examining team is finished. Oh, a decent room. Well, it is a decent room for sure. Hotel rooms on lower floors are usually cheaper, right? Looks like the 5th floor doesn't have very high-end rooms. Is it secretly the 4th floor? A typical side-opening hotel window, huh? Window stopper is broken. Oh, you're right. The part attached to the sash is completely shattered. I'm surprised you noticed in one glance. Hotel windows don't usually open this wide. That's so, I didn't know that. Not the type to stay at hotels much, huh? Ah, yes. Family trips are usually day trips, and school trips were at some public lodging facility. We're broke. I could feel you, man. This is my first time in the hotel like this, honestly. Windigo whoosh. Even with the stopper broken, it only opens that much. Boing? And she just threw herself off. Oops, she fell. As a surprisingly casual response to somebody who is unsure if their coworker is truly a zombie or not. Shouldn't you be concerned more? Senpai fell out the window! Whoa! Whoa! Ah! Hey, what the? The girl fell out the window! She's in pieces! Ah! Oh, am I seeing her dying on my first day on the job? I've never heard of that. What is this? What is going on? I've never heard of this anymore. An ambulance? Do I have to push 9 first? Wait. Before that, I should contact Kaijo. Huh? There's no blood at all. Huh? Huh? She just moved, Talk? Huh? This is really disturbing. The landing spot is pretty far off. Is it because of the building's wind? It couldn't fall straight down? No, but the weather is calm today, so... How? Her head is detached from her body? Well, yes, she's still talking and moving! I came apart a bit. My leg went somewhere. Tamura-kun, are you there? Yes, I'm here. Oh good, can you take a photo or something of this fall situation? Reenactment of the case. Tips acquired. Obtained. What? How is it right between 508 and 509? That's actually really weird. It's Is there a possibility they fell for the church then? Doesn't make any logical sense. The window was open. Well, someone shouted that the window was open. They didn't see it. Oh. Got it. Thanks. Looks like my right leg went somewhere. Do you know where it is? It fell by my feet. Pick it up and break it over. This poor man. He doesn't know what's happening. Here you go. Thanks. There we go. Reattached. She's now slightly taller. Alright, one more jump. Oh, I'm serious. Please stop. She's like a doll. Kaicho, Kaicho, Kaicho! Whoops, wrong person. What is it, Tamura? Do you have a habit of repeating people's names when calling them? It's not a good habit. Fix it immediately. What is up with this person? Hey, Tamura-kun. Could you not pick me up and dangle me like a kitten? Or is it that you hate touching someone who just died? When attending your first on-site investigation, you had to bring a bag in case you puke. Be quiet for a bit, please. Kaicho, what is up with this person? But I said she's a zombie, didn't I? You did, and I did. Nobody would normally think she's a real zombie when they hear that. This person fell out of the hotel window and got smashed to pieces, but didn't die, and this is fine. Kabane, how can you be killed? If I was continuously heated at high temp, I'd be likely to die, I think? Why are you phrasing it as a question? I pretty much experimented with everything, tried various things, and that was the conclusion. Indeed, just as she said. This one won't die from half-hearted measures, because she's a zombie. As long as you understand that, it's enough. It's enough! Oh, so you mean my senior is a real zombie? That's right. And so... That's right. Why are we here? Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding this. Alright, Tamura, go home and rest for today. Come back tomorrow evening. Oh. This one can't go out during the day. My skin seems sensitive to sunlight now. If I stand in the sun for a long time, my skin stings a bit. Isn't that more like a vampire than a zombie? What's this? Are you picking a fight with someone sensitive to sunlight? Making that statement in this day and age is problematic as a public servant. I'm sorry. No, why are zombies okay but not vampires? What's the difference? It's best if you just accept that's how it is. So with that, Tamura-kun, see you tomorrow evening. That just happened. I'm exhausted. What the heck is up with the station? Putting aside my boss, my senior is a zombie. I've never heard of that before. Since when did the police get permission for human experiments? Non-human being detectives. Just because we're short-staffed? Seriously? Why are you so, like, accepting of the fact that zombies exist? Well, relatively accepting. You're just like, oh, okay, I guess that's a thing. Not gonna question the logic behind all of this? Okay. Whatever, I'm going home to sleep. Think about it tomorrow. Alright, Detective Anna said to consult him if I had any troubles. It's late now, I'll call him tomorrow before work. Is there gonna be like a scary thing inside? No. I'm not even gonna open it. I'm a little more threatened now because we didn't open anything. But Detective Anna already got transferred? Yes, Detective Anna received a transfer order because all his students have been promoted. Where is he transferred to, if possible? Could you give me his contact info? I'm sorry, we can't really. Oh, I see. No, I understand. Please let him know I called if you have the chance. Yes, I'm sorry for bothering you. Phew. There goes my only source for advice. Just ask your senpai. She's reliable, maybe. Probably. Damn it, I'm incredibly disappointed because I thought I could normally ask for advice. The ancient charm I got from Detective Anna, please protect me. No, even if I asked it to protect me, the charm would be at a loss in this situation too. I felt depressed. Why is the zombie my senior? I thought I wouldn't want a violent senior, but isn't the very existence of a zombie senior already violent? No, she's pretty non-violent towards other people. I think. What does she eat? How did it come to this? It's already evening, but good morning. So short. She's completely back to normal. Good morning. Who? Who? You asked? It's Tamura. Which Tamura-san? You're Kabane-senpai, right? The stranger suddenly called me senpai. Scary! Oh, wait, certainly it would be scary to be suddenly called senpai by a stranger, but... You're here, Tamura. Just memory loss, I take it. Kaicho, who's this person? I assume that... This means that they must have known each other before she died and became a zombie. Interesting. Huh? Kabane, did you forget that? Wait a minute. What do you mean forget? Ever since this guy became a zombie, it seems like her memory retention has gone difficult. Wait, excuse me? Could you please explain it more clearly? You're super forgetful. Super forgetful! Do you remember what happened yesterday? Yesterday? Oh, Tamura. Oh, Tamura. Good thing you take notes. That's how it is. Do you understand now? Yes, I also understand why I was called in the evening yesterday and not the morning. No matter how hard I try to explain what from the morning, she'll forget it cleanly like this. Alright. Detective Yasu Tamura. Seems like you understand. Yes, I understand. You want me to solve cases together with the super forgetful zombie Zooyer? No way. It'd be better if it was just me then. Tamura, do you know why you're the lowest scoring student under Anna's guidance? Your investigative skills are high, but your information gathering skills have some issues. You seem good at seeing through lies, but you're not good at getting information out of people, right? I checked the contents of your final exam. The elements testing information gathering skills were intentionally lowered. What? Is that how it was? Then wouldn't it be bad to make me a detective? It cleared the bare minimum. The bare minimum, though. Everything else was well above the passing line, so it's not a problem. As a student with such an unbalanced skill set, it's weird for me to say this myself, but are you sure it'll be okay? Don't you get it? You're seeking to focus on improving your strengths, not your weaknesses. Information gathering is her forte. Together, it should balance out nicely. Even though she's a zombie. More like because she's a zombie. After seeing the exam observation report on you that Kabane submitted, I decided to pair you up with her. Like, you're staring at us? Exam observation report? Huh? No, wait. If I look closely at her appearance, the reindeer person has showed up at the exam menu. Exactly, though I don't remember. Asserting it confidently even though she doesn't remember. This one may have forgotten, but the report she wrote remains. If you really don't get along, I'll consider transferring you to investigate the incident. Whose incident? A person fell to their death from Namino Hotel. Well, it could have been an accident. Then, isn't it too early to conclude that it was an accident or not? She said the same thing yesterday too. I remember now, a case report came in from Nature-Mura and the forensics. The victim is Takeji Kogane. Kogane? That's really hard to pronounce, what the heck? a man of 42 years and a freelance reportage writer. On December 1st at 2:13 p.m., he fell from room 508 of Navino Hotel, where he was staying. The doorman and passerbys witnessed the fall. They hurried over, but he was already dead. The police were called immediately. After the forensics rushed over, I dispatched you two. So that's what happened. About when we arrived at the scene yesterday, Kabane-senpai felt something was off about the victim lying face up, and, she jumped from the victim's hotel room. And then senpai was smashed to pieces. I thought so. I had a feeling my body felt tingly. She doesn't even remember that she died. There's a possibility it was a homicide. I wouldn't have tested it out if I didn't think so. That makes sense. At the time the victim fell, there were only 4 people on the 5th floor. Only 4 people? What about the other guests? It was before check-in reception time. Only long-term guests and staff were there. This is a list of those 4 people. Daiki, Shiraishi, Kumeko, Akai, Kotaro, Kurono, Shoma, Aoki. The victim who fell and the suspect's tips obtained. Tips! Yay! Takiji Kogane. Yay! So we gotta interrogate Daiki, Umeko, Kotaro, and Shoma. If it wasn't suicide, does that mean the culprit who killed the victim is among those 4 people? That may be the case. Anyway, go check it out. Okay, heave-ho. Why is she holding a cardboard box? Let's go, Tamura-kun. Yes, Kabane-senpai. Kabane-senpai. Oh. Tamura-kun, I order you as your senior. Call me Detective Zomby. I'll consider it. That means you definitely won't call me that. Kaicho, my junior won't listen to me. Get up and go to the scene. Okay. So sad. She's so cute though. There are customers here as usual. And only the 5th is closed. If they turn down all reservations, damages would be huge. Well... do I have to call her by that name? Maybe so. Probably so. Detective Zomby. She's not impressed. She ignored me. Were you listening? Remember when you told me to call you Detective Zomby? I'm called... Huh? Eh? Where are you going? That's not the direction of the hotel. Church. Church? You mean that thing next to the hotel? Wait, Detective Zomby, wait! Ironic. Zombie goes to church. This is definitely a church, but it doesn't seem to be a church for weddings adjacent to the hotel. It's old and plain and seems to be closed. Random butterflies. Wow. What's with these pink bugs? Butterfly? It's flowing. Yes, they are flying a lot. No, you said flowing. I'm not talking about the butterfly. We're talking about the evidence that this incident was no accident. Yeah. You see spirits or something? Oh my god, she's getting the cardboard box, isn't she? Ta-da! A cardboard box! What is that? Like I said, it's a cardboard box. I can see that. It's handy, you know? Put this on the ground and stand on it and up we go! Isn't this trespassing? What? Why are you trespassing in this church? Tamura-kun, I'm going in. Bring the cardboard box. Wait, ugh. Oh my god. Second day of the job and we're already trespassing. Hey, wait a minute. Is this okay? barging in like this? A church's private property, I think. It's fine. It's quite an old building, though it seems reasonably well maintained. Tamura-kun, look over there. Huh? What is that? It's a whole butterfly. Oneros morphos, a special insect that inhabits this area. Wow, it's my first time seeing one. It's beautiful. He's not even looking at it. He's just looking off into the distance. Look at him. Funny. Don't touch it. The scales on these things won't come off unless you use a special chemical. You don't want to dirty your new suit, right? Oh, thank you. Morpho. So it's a butterfly, huh? Wait, but isn't it evening now? Butterflies only move during the day, so isn't a moth? Moth or butterfly, doesn't matter either way. Species name! The key is that Oneros morpho swarms around flesh and blood. That's all that matters. Is it gonna start eating you? Flesh and blood. They're also called land sharks. Do you know how there are rumors that sharks immediately chase after the scent of blood? I'm concerned. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of blood. Wait, and that stain on the ground they're gathering around is... Tamura-kun, give me back the cardboard box. Oh, here. Let's see, not this, not that, not this either. Where is it? Ah, found it! Ta-da! Blood test kit! Well, what is that? I'll collect some of the discolored ground and divide it into 2 cases. This case is for preservation. I'll put liquid A on this one for testing. Oh, the color changed. No reaction to liquid B, which means it's the blood of an A-type human. A-type, the same as the victim. You think it's a coincidence? Can't really think that. From the looks of it, some time has passed since it fell here, but not too much. I'd say a day at most. A day, since it didn't happen yesterday. But why in a place like this? The chemical reaction seemed a bit slow. Perhaps the blood got diluted by water? Did it rain yesterday? No, it didn't rain. The water was nice and the wind was calm. Or rather, how did you know there's blood in a place like this? I heard it. Heard what? The voices of a Neuros morpho. They're calling out that there's blood flowing. Sure enough, they're swarming the blood, so I thought, I knew it. Blood stained on Neuros morphos. Tips obtained. Is there supposed to be an S, or is there no S? No, there's no S here. Wow, what a nice looking butterfly. Land shark! I mean, it's morpho. So, give up. No semantics here. We go by species name. Even though Butterfly saw the culprit, it wouldn't count as eyewitness evidence for a case. But still evidence can be found like this, you know? Why can you hear the voices of butterflies? Because I'm a zombie! Okay. Alright, I want to know yesterday. Can you explain one more time how I died? Huh? You jumped from the room the victim was staying in. Was the landing spot the same as the victim's? It was quite off, to the left, when facing the hotel, the opposite side from the church. I get it, and a question for you. Is there a way to confirm whether the victim was still alive when he fell from the window? Hold on, wait a moment. No, she also fell sideways. I guess she corrected midair or something, huh? As things stand, we don't have one. Do you really think that this case is suicide? I don't know. Then let's investigate. For once, she actually looked like a detective. But from the way Senpai is talking, could it be that she has proof that the culprit is not the victim himself? Well, say it like that. That's bad phrasing, dude. I should consider that she does in this case. Kaicho didn't declare it was a suicide either. Could it be Kaicho noticed something was off? Just from that data? Am I the only one who hasn't noticed? But then why not tell me? No. Could it be my abilities are being tested? And I'll do my best to prove myself. Save. 3. How many slots we get? 9. Oh, clearly can't deduce anything here. Inquire. There's no time system. I can literally inquire all these people. Excuse me, can I talk to you for a moment? Ah, you're the detective from yesterday. I thought I already told you everything about the incident. I'd like to ask you again. Did anyone escape from the hotel right after the incident? Escape, you say? From the main entrance where I was? Yeah. Well, I don't really know. But if there were any suspicious individuals, they should have been on the surveillance camera footage. Our hotel has security cameras in the lobby and at the entrance. Yesterday, a woman in a lab coat was looking into something in the security room. A lady in a lab coat. He means Nishimura-san. This might just be my imagination. You, the female detective, weren't you in pieces yesterday? That's just your imagination. It's all in your mind, of course. Alright, of course. Perhaps it was just a nightmare. It was totally real, but I can't fully explain it, so please keep believing it was a dream. Could it be that the person who died yesterday wasn't suicide? We're investigating whether that possibility exists. That's why we're asking if anyone snuck away. People who sneak away look suspicious, while those who act openly look fine. Tamura-kun can't be fooled by preconceptions. But I doubt anyone would try to escape through the main entrance. Right. Hiding in plain sight. But you know, everyone who was there at the time was transfixed by the body. Huh? If the culprit did really... Huh? If the culprit really did escape from the scene, it's my fault? Oh no! If I get fired now, I won't be able to pay a mortgage, my kid's tuition, and even afford a treat for my dog. No. I don't think you would be held responsible, even if the culprit managed to escape after you didn't kill anyone. Probably. Circumstances immediately following the fall. Circumstances immediately following the fall. Tips obtained. How many tips do we have? Jeez, so many. Can't go down though, so. Call to Nishi! Hurrah! Ruff, ruff, ruff. Excuse me, could I speak with you for a moment? Dog? What is this about? I'm in a bit of a rush, so if you're trying to sell me something or anything like that. She's misunderstanding. Oh no, that's not it at all. Oh, what a cute doggy. Hello there. Good boy, aren't you cute? Tell the police officers what happened yesterday. Police officers? Excuse us, we're from the police department. We're investigating the incident from yesterday. Oh, you're with the police? Jeez, you should have said that right away. You're the one who wouldn't listen. So sorry about that. You mean the incident yesterday where someone fell from the Nomino Hotel? So it wasn't an accident but a crime? That's what we're investigating. Also, we would have to investigate it regardless. I apologize, I only heard about it from Taro-chan's mama. I don't know anything at all. Is your dog? Are you just walking the dog for someone? Is the dog Taro-chan? Taro-chan's mama? She's a neighbor of mine who owns a dog named Taro. She said everything seemed normal when she passed by about 10 minutes before the case, so that it was a shock. Woof 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 woof. So you didn't witness the incident yourself? I always walk my dog around this time every evening. The incident happened during the day. I see. Thank you very much. I see. Interesting. Thankies. Let's go, Jackie. Jackie, what's wrong? Yep, yep. You can talk with dogs? What? Looks like we didn't learn anything useful. Maybe not. Huh? Yesterday, before the incident, a dog who was walking past the hotel got the scent of blood. You heard that from the dog? A tip from that dog's dog friend. Apparently that friend has hunting dog blood. What does it mean? What do you think it means? Dog's testimony. We don't care about the person, we care about the dog's testimony. I don't know if a dog's testimony will be useful, but I'll make a note of it for now. Incidentally, Kabane-senpai, you seem to be the type that dogs take a liking to. It's not because dogs just steal your arms and legs and run off with them, right? That dog was clinging to you the whole time. It probably mistook me for Jerky. Oh no. What? That dog tried to eat me. Excuse me. I wonder if zombies smell tasty, in a way like aged meat? The reason that dog was so excited was because his appetite was stimulated. Kabane-senpai, what happened if we got eaten by a dog? I'd go into a dog's stomach. I wanted to ask if the eaten parts would regenerate. Be careful not to get eaten. Okie dokie. I mean, I'm very much immediately reminded of a certain thing, where they just ate a person and that was the solution to things. That was scary. You're welcome. Excuse me, I'd like to ask about the incident at the hotel across the street. Oh, you too? What are you, some kind of reporter? Boss man ordered us to give you the boot if that's the case. So please go home. Eh, no, that's not it. I'm not meaty, I'm a detective. Here's my badge. What's that, a toy? Whoa, super realistic. Roleplay toys these days are crazy realistic, huh? It's not a toy, I have one too. For reals. So it's for realsies. Come on, Tamura-kun. Don't be shy. Show me yours. I wasn't being shy or anything. Here, is this good enough? Cool, it's the real deal. Wait, is this cute little one a detective too? I'm a detective too. No way, my bad. Totally rude of me. Totally rude of you, but I forgive you. Thanks a mill. Incredible senpai. Matching her pace. Sorry to interrupt. I'd like to ask you about yesterday's incident. Oh, you mean the familiar or middle-aged man who kicked the bucket? You were acquainted with the victim? More like I just know him by sight. I saw his face for a second when he was lying face up. I was like, whoa, it's that old dude. What kind of acquaintance? A regular? Well, regular is one way to put it. You get the cheapest coffee and stay forever. He loudly crunched the ice in his iced coffee. So that's why I remember him well. That's no specific. The victim frequently visited this shop. I see. Do you know around when he became a regular? You know the hotel across the street? It was under renovation until just recently. Right before that ended, I think. About half a year ago. Sometimes he'd be on his computer. Other times he'd be staring intently at the hotel. We thought it was hella sketchy for a peeping Tom. You cannot see inside the rooms at all from the first floor. So what's the victim looking at then? Beats me, dude. Beats her, of course. Tamura-kun, you ask questions with obvious answers. Yeah, you could figure it out, just ask a bit. What is this unbearable atmosphere? Like I've suddenly been thrown into an all-girls school. So, what do you have? I'll take this slightly pricey bottled water. Gotcha, our bottled water comes at room temperature by default. You want a glass of ice? Nah, room temperature is fine. You drink water? Pretty much. Everyone drinks water. Anytime. Should I report you to the police? Hey, use the police, you know? I'm starting to get a headache somehow. Drink more water. Cafe employees' testimony. Tips acquired. Or obtained. I keep saying acquired. He eat ice. She's pretty cute. Just from the silhouette, yep. I don't know why I said that, but I did, so deal with it. Good evening, could I have a moment of your time? Certainly, it's no trouble at all. However, please be brief, as I'm currently in the midst of my field sales calls. I have a full scheduled until late this evening. You're just doing field sales, dude. You're working until late at night? That's tough. Pushing myself is essential. I love turning things around for a disadvantaged situation. I mean, annoying people on the phone. I haven't the foggiest idea what he's on about. I understand. There are many ways to motivate oneself. My name is Midorikawa. That's funny, because he's green. I heard there's some kind of incident yesterday. I'm curious about it, so I can't go back to the office. Thanks to that, I'm feeling the heat now. Oh, thanks to that. Absolutely. I've been driven into the corner. Backed into the corner. If I fail, my boss will be furious, and it'll affect my evaluation. It's invigorating. I feel so alive. I'm determined to turn the tables on this unfavorable situation. You're a weirdo. Maybe better to interrogate him separately. The feeling of being alive is important, isn't it? Senpai? It sounds different when you say it. It's useless. Midorikawa. Call to Nishino. Oh, yeah. I keep reading her last name first, dang it. Shiro, Nishimura. Let me try calling Nishimura-san. I keep trying to call her Nishimura-senpai. Dang it. Let me try calling Nishimura-san. Maybe she found out something about the security cameras. You know her number? I know the number of the forensics facilities. She said she's there. I'll put it on speaker. I feel like every day is Christmas for this music. God. Hello, this is Forensics. This is Nishimura-san. It's Tamura. Oh, Tamura-san, what's up? Do you have the security camera data from Namino Hotel? The hotel staff said the police were looking into it, so... about the security cameras. You see, how could I explain this? What's wrong? To put it simply, there's no recorded data from the guest room floors on the day of the case. All the guest room floors from the 3rd floor up, including the 5th floor, right after the date changed to December 1st. Huh? What do you mean there's no data? I investigated it to the best of my abilities, but I'm not particularly tech-savvy. Either an error caused the automatic recording to stop, or the data itself became corrupted. So all you know is that there's no data. For all the guest rooms. Not just the 5th floor. No, it's 3rd floor up. Or all the guest floors, like 3rd floor up? Like, if one cookie out of 100 was broken, then what? Well, I guess that one broken cookie would stand out. But if over half the cookies were broken, it would probably become impossible to tell which was which. To conceal a tree, place it in the forest. To conceal a rock, place it in the riverbed. That's not really, In both of these cases, I'm gonna be honest, if you know enough about trees, if you know enough about rocks, and you know how to differentiate them, kinda becomes really obvious when you look at the rock and you're like, wait, that rock stands out. Or you look at that tree and you're like, that tree does not belong here. The culprit destroyed the data for all the guest rooms, not just the 5th floor. To conceal his true aim? Nishimura-san, was the data corruption done intentionally? Seems like there are methods to erase recordings remotely, but I'm unsure why they're missing. If I could ask a specialist who's an expert, they might be able to tell right away. Is that difficult? I do intend to ask around, but it might be difficult to find a suitable time slot. I'm sorry. No, this information is more than enough. Thank you so much. Security camera data. Tips obtained. I don't think we gain anything for inquiring a second time. Save. Move. We're gonna even acquire. Yes, we'll leave it up to Kabane senpai. Yesterday, you examined the stain and concluded it was human blood type A. I did it? It's definitely human blood. Why has blood been spilled here? The entrance here was sealed off, wasn't it? Oops, wrong person. Why has blood been spilled here? The entrance here was sealed off, wasn't it? Did someone enter and shed blood? To what end? Who knows? Kabane-senpai, you said you can hear the voices of the butterflies. What exactly were these butterflies saying? Let's see... Yummy blood, so tasty, woohoo! Was it something along those lines? And what is that supposed to mean? They're insects after all, there's a limit to how much they can think. I suppose that's true. Birds are singing. Just as I thought. That's certainly the case. Senpai, what's up all of a sudden? This little sparrow has been chirping away at me for quite some time now. It's definitely trying to get a message across to me. Wow, you can understand the language of birds too? That's incredible. That's just what a zombie does. Wait, could this sparrow have witnessed something related to the craze? Kabane-senpai, what's the sparrow saying? It could be a clue to the case. Well, it's saying, give me food. Saying what? I want to chow down on some rice, that's what it's saying. Is that it? Can't be helped, it's just a little sparrow. I can't remember much. I feel like an idiot for buying into this. I want to crawl into a hole. On another note, it seems to have a girlfriend. And how's that tidbit of information supposed to be helpful? It's like it's rubbing it's just rubbing it into our face. Like, it's just rubbing it into our face. Like, look at this. No dating partner. It's just rubbing it into our face. It really is. Oh, wait. Excuse me. The 5th floor is off limits today. Excuse me, we're Tamura and Kabane from District 99 Station. Could you tell us about the incident? Oh, you're the police officer who left screaming yesterday. Yes, I'm Tamura who left screaming. We're here to investigate today. Nice to meet you. I understand. Thank you for your diligent efforts. May I have her name? Daiki Shiraishi. I'm the manager of Namino Hotel. Oh, manager, not an employee. A hotel manager is like the top position, right? He's quite humble for his position. So, how may I assist you? Another officer told me it was an accident, so we were planning to resume cleaning and accommodate guests on the 5th floor tomorrow. I'm sorry, please hold on. Please hold off on that for now. It hasn't been determined yet whether it was an accident or not. No way. I hope you're not thinking of ordering us to suspend the hotel operations. The owner gave me strict and explicit instructions to never cause any trouble again. Wait, so you caused trouble before? The owner? The real owner of this hotel. I'm just a hired employee. Were you on the 5th when the fall occurred? Yes. Yeah, indeed I was. Where were you and what were you doing around 2:13 p.m. the body fell? I was in room 509, checking the room. It's part of my routine to inspect all the rooms once the cleaners have finished their work. Nah, it's totally this guy. No way. No way. It's totally this guy. It has to be this guy, right? Yeah, it's 100%. It's gotta be this guy. It looks like I bet he tried to throw this guy like out the window from the side in order to make it look like he fell out of 508. But you know how she tried to fall out of the window? That was like way off. It's clearly this guy. Gotta be this guy. It's part of my routine to inspect all the rooms once the cleaners have finished their work. During that check, I heard a thud sound from outside the window. I looked down wondering and saw a person collapse down there. The guest probably leaned against the open window and the stopper broke. How do you know that the stopper broke? Unless you checked the room afterwards, I guess, maybe. Then he fell as a result. Our hotel is liable for the defective equipment. I don't know what to say. Has the 5th floor been closed off like this ever since the accident? Well, there is one long-term guest staying in a particular room, Miss Akai, in room 507. She asserted that she won't move a muscle regarding this situation, so we had no choice but to leave her. I see. Could that guest have something in the room that she doesn't want seen? Now you're trying to redirect us. You'll know that unless we ask. Tips. Room 509. Tips obtained. Card manager. Apparently checking. Yep. That's not this. It's almost too convenient for it to be him. Because he would also have access to this, right? Probably murdered the guy, like, in a different room and then threw him out the window after prepping 508. Long-term guest. Jeez, what's going on? I'm right up against a deadline here. I like how it's Akai and she is actually just straight up red. Excuse me, I want to ask you about yesterday's fall accident. Excuse us. Don't just burst in and start snooping around. I'm at a good part, so please don't bother me. My editor's going to be here any minute now. Editor? Are you a writer or something? Could you tell me your name? Miko Akai. I'm a novelist, supposedly. Wait, I want to look at... I want to look at the suspects again. I don't know. Well, okay, so Shirai, I think that's white. Kuro is black, and Ao is blue. So I guess we know all colors that these people are going to be awesome. Meko Kai, I'm a novelist supposedly. A novelist. Sorry, I don't really read much, so I don't know anything about authors. Are cat girls considered non-human or demi-human? Cat girls are probably demi-human. I mean, depends on how much cat they are. Okay. Huh? Sorry, what are you talking about? No, just checking to make sure. If you don't know, then that's fine. It's actually better if you stay ignorant. Oh no, she's a light novel writer. Oh, okay. What genre of novels does she write? Fantasy. Sorry, but could you just leave already? I'm super behind on my deadline. I'm totally screwed. Does that have anything to do with playing games on the hotel's big screen TV? Yeah. This is the survival game that came out 2 days ago. The one where you survive in a zombie-infested world. Don't look. Tamura-kun sure knows a lot about games. Well, this is a new title in a famous series. Have you played it too? I like 4 in this series. It's the best when they go BAM and clear them out with a hydraulic shovel. But once you're clearing out with a BAM, are zombies. Don't you like games where humans shoot other humans like crazy too? Not that you mention it. I guess that's true. I do feel like something's not quite right. Hey, please don't tell my editor about this. I basically barricaded myself in this hotel room to work, so I'll be the one going BAM if he finds out. And you should just do your work. Okay, I won't tell your editor, so could you tell us a few things? You definitely won't tell? Of course not. Promise me, cross your heart, though I don't know much anyway. What do you know? Just that the dead guy that had been staying here for about a week, same as me. We passed each other in the hotel hallways a few times when we were grabbing breakfast or a bath. Why didn't you change rooms after a fatal accident happened next door? To be honest, I couldn't care less about whether unrelated people live or die. I lived in accident properties and had a bunch of other stuff happen when I wasn't selling. I heard it was an accident, but no, I thought he fell one while drunk or something. Did you ever see the victim jump before he died? I often saw that dude by the ice machine in front of the large public bath on the underground floor. Really likes ice. What the heck? What the hell is an ice machine? The kind where you press a button and it drops a bunch of ice? That's the one. He was always scooping ice into plastic bags and taking it back to his room. He put beer cans and stuff in the ice to chill the whole can. I tried copying him the other day and it's pretty good. The drink doesn't get watered down, but it still gets icy cold. Since he taught me something good, I forgave him for occasionally making a ruckus in his room. A ruckus? Could you tell me more about that? When? Around what time? Who was he with? Come on, even you pressed me for details. I heard it a few times, but I don't remember exact times. That dude's voice was weirdly piercing. Like it could pass right through the hotel walls. But I couldn't hear any of the other voices at all, so I don't know who it was with. Maybe on the phone? We can't hear voices from the hallways though. Seems like the walls between rooms are thin. But it was quiet all day yesterday. At least I didn't hear any human voices. Was he not human then? Can you say that for certain? I'm sure about that. I get sensitive to human voices when gaming. So, can I get back to it? You're writing? No, my game. I made good progress with an all-nighter, so I think I'm near the final battle. Once I beat it, I think I can go BAM and right. Have to beat it at all costs. Be careful not to get banned by your editor. I wish you hadn't banned me back to reality. Room 507, tips obtained. I get this feeling that this guy well, he did bleed, but what the heck was wrong with him? Why did he like ice so much? Absolute weirdo. Is he like preserving something? Double check, nothing new here. No. Still no. What? It's Kurono then, I assume. Because he is black silhouette. Who goes there? Oops, don't let it get away. Who are you guys? Detective Tamura from District 99 Station. I'm a senpai. Cops, huh? Why are you here? What's your objective? You think anyone would answer that? And how about this? Yes? Yes. What? What, how's your head falling off? It comes off because it can. In any case, I'll make it the same as this if you don't talk. Hick. This is no time to space out. Senpai just made a chance for me. So that's how it is. Talk if you don't want your health to be detachable. You're police, so why are you threatening people? Oh, okay, I get it. She's still on the floor. First, state your name. But put your head back on first. There we go. So, who are you? My name's Kotaro Kurono. I'm a freelance journalist. Same as the late Kogane. Kurono? The one who was on the 5th floor the day of the incident? I was staying in room 518 across from his room. Now I've been moved to the 6th floor. How are you sneaking into this room? That guy said that before he died. Said he got his mitts on some pretty juicy secrets, but that it didn't seem like it'd make money as a scoop. A scoop that won't make money? What kind of scoop would make money? It's when a famous person does something bad. People just eat it up when someone's caught doing something shady, am I right? It satisfies folks' craving for socially acceptable gossip. So you were investigating together? No, my target was an author staying at this hotel. I wanted to get proof of the rumor that the author was having a try to a big shot actor, but this seems bogus. It turns out she was just having a try to for games. So to fill that hole, you tried to get your hands on the scoop Kogane said he got. And snuck into this room to do it. Well, what else was it supposed to do? Covering a story doesn't come cheap. Do you have any idea how tough it was to slip into here without being spotted by the manager who's always prowling the hallways? The fruit of the effort was unlawful entry. Oh. Should we arrest him? I'm sorry. I just wanted to know what scoop he had. And you intended to pass it off as your own achievement if possible, right? It's better than nothing, even if it wasn't a big moneymaker, that kind of thinking. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Maybe we should catch him before he eats. I'm telling you, I didn't touch anything. I came in the room, but that's it. Jeez, so did you find those scoop materials or whatever? Nope, there was strangely nothing left at all. Did the police confiscate it or something? No way. I watched the police investigation from afar, and all it took was a bag of clothes and the body. I was looking into the party venue at this hotel, so there should have been a laptop and documents. Okay, Wild Siri. She, what was his name? Okay, so Wild Siri, Shiraishi, was involved in a gambling ring or some other terrible ring of people doing bad things at the hotel. He was in charge of it. That's why he got busted last time, and he got in trouble with the manager, and that's the scoop that he got. And then he found out that this guy, the reporter Kogane, had it, and it was like, whoops, I can't let that leak, gotta kill him. Hahaha. Because how would he know this was broken? And it was conveniently in another room. Too convenient. There should have been a laptop and documents. I understand there was a laptop, but documents about this hotel's party venue. Alright, both are missing. See, I couldn't find anything in this room. But man, why'd he fall from the window? He usually wouldn't even go near windows. Was the victim afraid of heights? Yeah, he fell off some bridge a while back, so he hated high places. I only know that by chance from when we went to do a reporting together before. For staying a while, the room's really clean, almost too clean? Hey detective, what's with that woman? She's my senior detective. Excuse me, Miss Detective, could I have a short interview with you? Nope. Alright, and how about this in exchange? What's that? A recorder I set up in the hotel hallway has sounds from 30 minutes before the incident. Why do you have something like that? I always set it up before bed, in case anything happens. I don't know if Japan has a recording, is this legal? Consent of recording laws. Some places do have consent of recording laws, where you need consent of people being recorded before they are recorded, which is kinda bad in some cases. For some situations, in some places you don't. So it all depends. Just check your state's laws, or I guess country, if you live outside of the US. I was asleep in my room at that time. Did you record anything interesting? It doesn't have sounds from other rooms. The wall between the rooms and hall are pretty thick. So record the sound of him hitting the ground and also some kind of weird sound. Weird sound? At 1:35 p.m. there's a small thud, like something falling, that kind of thing. It's a small sound, but want to hear it? Hear it. I'll borrow this recorder. And about that interview, you want to be arrested on suspicion of illegal entry or taking the tape recorder. Have it. Fear fights, tips obtained. Room 508, tips obtained. Recorded sound, tips obtained. Thank you. Why are you on the floor? Get up. Why are you on the floor? Acrophobia. As someone who also has a mild fear of heights, if the window was broken, I wouldn't even go near it. I would avoid that thing like the plague, cause you never know. Maybe you trip all of a sudden and you fall. Self-proclaimed king of hotel. What? Hello, cleaner. Who are you? Miss Aoki, I assume. We're from District 99 station. We have some questions about yesterday's fall incident. Ah, you mean that incident? Oh boy, what a whole mess of trouble that turned into. May I have her name? Shoma Aoki. I work as a cleaner at this hotel. Have you worked at this hotel a long time? That's right, been working as a cleaner here since I was young. Can't see how much longer this old hotel or myself will hold up, though. What do you mean? This hotel used to be lively, but guess it really decreased lately. It used to be that folks from the church next door would come liven things up at the hotel lounge on Sundays. On Sundays? Well, the church started renovation work about 2 years ago, and since then, the lounge has been dead quiet. I don't know, man. That church seemed pretty, unrenovated. The management probably realized things were dire, so right after Christmas last year, I think, they suddenly announced renovations and stopped operating for half a year. Changed managers and swapped out a lot of staff. The atmosphere did change. But whether this hotel can return to its former prosperity is... The church is still under renovation right now. Seems that way. They can't unfortunately find any skilled workers to handle the repairs, so the work's just dragging on. Can you really call that renovation work? Do you know the victim? Yes, Talisman. Nice. Ever since that long-term guest showed up, last machine by the public baths areas and on the fritz. It's probably because he dispensed an amount of ice you wouldn't normally think was possible. Ice machine's an old piece of work, so that played a part, I reckon. I finally conked out completely the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday? That's the day before your fall incident. Yes, the Iceman himself was the one who noticed the machine was broken and not dispensing ice. We made a big scene at the front desk in the end. I took the staff promising to bring ice up to this room and finally get him to simmer down. Was he trying to preserve something? Because I can't imagine anyone eating that much ice. But he eats the ice too. So, is there something wrong with him? I heard they started making large ice just for him in the kitchen's freezer. How big was the ice? Like length, width, thickness? It was about the same size as a 1-liter milk carton, I think. That's really specific. That's pretty big, but why would the victim make such a huge fuss over mere ice? Well, I don't know that much. Maybe the victim had pagophagia. Pagophagia? Literally an illness where they can't feel at ease unless they eat ice. There are various causes apparently. If we examine the victim's hemoglobin concentration, we might know if pagophagia was a possibility. Migraine headaches are also another possibility. Like, ice packs were a must to ease the pain. Young lady, you sure know a lot. Because I'm a detective. Heh. You're a detective? Yep, that's right. Haven't we met somewhere before? I don't know. I see. Victim and the ice machine. Tips obtained. Huh? What's this? Just got a short message from a number I don't recognize. Yo, got any hot leads yet? Smiley face. Hold on, what's this? Who on earth is sending me a message like this? That's from Kaicho. What? This number in texting style, it's gotta be our boss, no doubt about it. You mean Ueno Kaicho? Come on, there's no way that's... Have you grilled all those suspects yet? Smiley face. I guess it could be Kaicho. I told you so. How's it hanging with the progress, buddy? XD. I'm dying to know. Are you swamped right now? Want me to swing by? Tongue. Aren't you leaving me on red, are you? Sad face. Getting ghosted hurts, man. Old face. Wait, I got the right number. Yeah, this is Tamura, right? Sad face. You don't hate me now, do you? Was it being too much? Sad face. That stone face Kaicho is the one behind these messages. My whole perception of him is kind of shifting. Our phone notifications will get filled with his messages if we don't reply. What fresh digital nightmare is this? Kaicho worried since it's the first case of Tamura-kun. He said he's bad at sending messages, but his worry overshadows that, apparently. Before, I didn't notice his messages and left him, so my phone's battery got drained from all the notifications. How many messages did he machine gun at you in that short span? Tamura-kun, how's it going over there? Oh my god. Are you super swamped right now? Cat face. Katsu's just wrapped up the meeting. But TVX, I'm way more worried about your investigation. Oh my god. I would throw my phone at this point. I want to hear his liveliest voice, Tamura-kun. As your boss, I'm super duper concerned. Sad face with tear. Tamura-kun, definitely call me when you see this. It's a promise, okay? Winky smiley face. Oh, barrage of follow-ups. Go on. Better show him a reply. I won't stop until you write back. Right, my bad for the delayed response. I managed to have a chat with all the suspects. Did you find out anything? Whole face. He's inquiring about how the investigation's coming along. I better give him a solid answer. But it will be hell to pay. The victim's cause of death. It's probably on the side. Wait, really? Snake is what? What is his face? I don't get it. Because the victim had agoraphobia, hemophobia. No, he's not scared of blood. Acrophobia. Yikes! Incoming call. Yes. Hello. So the victim had acrophobia. He investigated well. Is this actually the same guy who fired off those wild texts? The victim apparently disliked high places, so much that he wouldn't go near windows himself. If this case was an accident, I'd think the victim leaned out the window and broke the fittings. The window opened wide and he fell. I think it should be considered. Would someone with acrophobia go near a window himself, much less lean on it? So there's a high possibility he was killed. Yes, oh, that's right. The victim's luggage was confiscated by the police, right? Was there any data on the hotel or a laptop in there? Let me just save real quick. And... well, I'll just keep going. But, well, actually... whatever, I just saved anyways. Hold on, let me check the list. No. Really? The cell phone broken from the fall impact is on the list, but laptop not in the victim's room either. Then where did the laptop and documents go? Let me confirm one thing. How's the victim's room? In disarray? No. Huh? No, it was completely clean. The neighbor also testified that it was clean. The neighbor also testified it was quiet that day. That's why it's suspicious. We're missing one tip. This bothers me. I have to... yeah. I have to load the file. I need to know. Self-proclaimed king of hotel. What tips do you have for us? Boy, what's all this ruckus about? What you lot doing in my royal garden? Oh, who are you? I dare say you don't recognize me. Very well. I suppose I shall grace you with an introduction. I am Masui, the king of this grand hotel. Wow, a king? The king of the hotel? What's that? I don't understand. He's not the manager if he calls himself a king. Could he be an owner? What do you mean by king? You ignorant fool! A king is a champion among men, a supreme ruler! Lucky for you, in the Middle Ages you would have been executed for disrespect. Why am I being scolded? I'm sorry. Forget my impudence, but do you know anything about yesterday afternoon's incident? Yesterday afternoon's incident? Are you implying that an incident has transpired within my royal domain? I have only just awoken and graced this area with my presence. I don't know what happened while I was asleep. He was sleeping from yesterday afternoon till now. That's too much sleep. That's a bit suspicious. I understand. Where's the king's room? The top floor suite? Nay, the resting chambers adjacent to the grand public baths in the bowels of this castle serve as my throne room. I came to the hotel as just a guest? You daft imbecile. The resting chambers within the public baths permit overnight stays. Tamura-kun, I have a hunch. This person definitely has nothing to do with the case. I think so too. It doesn't seem like there is any point in talking to this person further. Okay, I see. We didn't miss anything. A hint from your senior. Some traces always remain in the place where a person was killed. Signs of a struggle. Blood. The weapon used to kill him like that. Well, that is there then. There's the possibility it was all erased, but erasing requires considerable effort and time. That's why there was such a big gap in time between 135 and 137. Was it 105 and then 213. As someone in the Afraid of Heights was forcefully pushed out a window, what would happen to the room? Thinking about that is your job. Your best. What'd Kaicho say? Oh, he cheered me on. Because you did your best, Tamura-kun. Good for you. Thanks. That was nerve-wracking in many ways. Advice from Kaicho. Tips obtained. Traces, blood, murder weapon. Now those are in room 508 where the victim was staying. I've spoken to everyone. Should I review the tips and think it over or go back and talk to someone again? Can you, in fact, talk to other people? Well, the check marks are all checked, and I assume that, maybe foolishly, that Why is he still in this room? Why does she take her head off every time we enter it? I assume, possibly foolishly, that the check mark means that there's no new information, right? Surely. Deduction! Save. Reduce. You begin the deduction. If you begin, you cannot return to the investigation part and cannot save or load the game. Yes. Logic start. Butterflies. Reflect? It's me who did it? It seems the incident happened when the victim leaned on the window, breaking the stopper. That's how it appears at first glance, however. According to fellow writer, Chrono... Oh, he's a reporter, he's not a writer. I think. I guess he's a writer? Oh, now it's just confusing because you have a novelist, which is also considered a writer. I am confused. The victim had a fear of heights and wouldn't go near windows. If that's the case, it's highly likely someone pushed him rather than him falling by accident. The room should be in more disarray if someone pushed him out, but the victim's room, number 508, showed no signs of disturbance and was clean. It was almost too clean and tidy. Moreover, the landing spot of Detective Zomby, who fell from the victim's room, was significantly different from the victim's. And there's the testimony about him arguing with someone before the incident. The victim didn't actually die in his own room. It was a different room. A strange thud that was recorded was probably the sound of the murder weapon being discarded. The blood diluted with water found on the church grounds. The victim, who reportedly crunched on ice at the cafe and carried a large amount of ice to his room until he broke the ice machine. There's only one room where the victim was likely killed, and there's only one person I can think of who could freely enter and exit that room. Cool. It was clearly him. It was in fact him this entire time. Why did he die? Homicide! It's certain that it fell from the hotel room window. However, what was the victim doing just before his death? Did he break into someone else's room? I don't think it would make sense. Small side. Well, if he broke into somebody's room, they wouldn't be arguing. So I assume that he was called out by the culprit. In that case, the victim who fell from the hotel was dead before falling. If so, the murder weapon is... Where did the weapon that took his life come from? Was it the block of ice? Because the staff had been regularly bringing ice to the victim's room in quantities equivalent to a 1-liter milk carton. I don't know which would be the better choice here. Was the victim made to bring it in, or it happened to be at the scene? Well, if he was crunching on the ice, it would, it wasn't made to be bringing it. I think it would be, it happened to be at the scene, because what I think probably happened is that Shiraishi was just like, I've had it enough with you, and just went bonk with the ice. But I don't know. Which one's the better choice here? Maybe he brought the ice himself because he was crunching on it. I don't know. About the room from which the victim actually fell. The room number is... Which room did he die? It's 509. Considering the room number, the one responsible for his death is... Shiraishi. The conclusion drawn from these detections clearly identifies the perpetrator. The culprit is you. Oh my god, we got to see his actual portrait. Daiki Shiraishi. Even has "die" in his name. I'm just kidding. That's not the point. I'm deeply disappointed by this false accusation. What exactly have I done wrong? You're suspected of murdering Takiji Kogane. I was told he committed suicide. And what was the cause of his death? He jumped from room 508 where he was staying, isn't that right? Shiraishi-san, that hasn't actually been confirmed yet. We don't know for certain whether the victim was still alive when he fell from the window. What? The hotel room windows are only large enough for one person to pass through. And the windows only open on one side. Even if the fittings were broken, the window will only open wide to the right, towards room 507. If the victim fell while leaning on the window, his body should have fallen in the direction of his window opening. It doesn't make sense for him not landed between room 508 and 507 viewed from above. What? My senior's experiment concluded that falling from room 508 would cause the body to land on room 507's side. But his body was found between room 508 and 509 in reality. In other words, the victim didn't fall from room 508 where he's staying, but rather from the room to his left. Shiraishi-san, it was room 509, where you were at the time of the incident. That's a baseless accusation. A sudden gust of wind could have shifted the body. Not by that much, dude. The weather was calm that day, with no wind strong enough to move the body. Yet all the witnesses testified that the victim fell from room 508. Because when the body fell, and people looked up at the hotel after grasping the situation, the only open window was that of room 508. So the witnesses were mistaken. The window the body fell from wasn't room 508, actually. Naturally, if room 509's window was closed, no one would suspect he fell from there. You close room 509's window right after pushing the body out, the witnesses would naturally look at the open window of room 508. You think I would resort to such a petty trick? Yes, and there's physical evidence suggesting he died in room 509 before the fall. The forensics note there was surprisingly a little bleeding for a body in this condition. What if the victim was already dead, as blood had started coagulating before he fell? And how was the victim killed before falling? Guys. Room 509 is a corner room with a small window. It's visible from the church adjacent to the hotel. And Onero's morphos were gathering around a stain spreading across the church grounds. Oneros? Butterflies that are drawn to the scent of blood. The moths? A blood type of the blood those butterflies were attracted to matched the victims. And that blood appeared to be diluted with water, despite the lack of rain yesterday and today. The critical question is, why is blood spilled there in the first place? The ice machine near the hotel's public bath broke down the day before yesterday. The day before the incident occurred, right? Correct? Yes, that's right. You know, I'm gonna be honest, the ice murder weapon thing, it reminds me of there was one episode of Detective Conan where it was ice used in the trick of a locker room murder mystery. I heard the victim was furious about that and demanded the hotel staff regularly deliver ice to his room. And who was it that delivered ice to the victim's room just before the incident took place? What does ice have to do with any of this? The victim's body was found lying face up after the fall, indicating he fell backwards. The head was supposedly in quite a gruesome state from the impact of the fall. It wouldn't be noticeable if he had been hit in the head before falling. Given the body's condition, a block of ice the size of a 1-liter milk carton, it's quite substantial in weight and thickness. For a makeshift handle, it could certainly serve as a formidable, blunt weapon. Akai-san in room 507 testified that room 508 next door was quiet on the day of the incident. That means the crime scene wasn't room 508, but a different room entirely. You lured Kogane-san to room 509 around 1 p.m. that day. Then using the ice the victim had instructed you to bring struck his head, either killing or knocking him unconscious. You disposed of the blood-stained ice by throwing it out of the room's small window into the closed-off grounds of the church. The blood on the church grounds was diluted because it mixed with the water from the melted murder weapon. Furthermore, a recorder placed in the hallway at 1:35 p.m. captured a peculiar sound. It was probably the sound of you discarding the murder weapon from the window. But the body fell at 2:13 p.m. Numerous people witnessed it. Perhaps you delayed pushing the body out to search the room and conceal evidence? There's a hotel manager. It was a simple matter for you to check the guest reservation times. Aha! That's what I said. So you waited until then to push the body down. To deliberately time it to have the doorkeeper who was waiting for guests witness the body and obscure the true time of death. Huh? For some reason, the victim was apparently investigating this hotel. Yet neither the police nor we could find a laptop or any documents in his room. Which means all the materials that should have been in his room were taken. I heard that the security camera footage for the guest room floors on the day of the incident was corrupted. Did you intentionally destroy it? To erase any record of you removing items from the victim's room. Now then, there's a curious detail here. The fact that you have been lingering on the 5th floor this entire time. One of the victim's acquaintances mentioned it. He had difficulty sneaking into the victim's room because you were constantly present on this floor. It seems you went out of your way to fashion the most troublesome weapon out of ice and make it easy to dispose of. Could it be that there's still decisive evidence of the crime left behind in room 509? For instance, clothes with blood splatter on them, or the laptop and documents that the victim had. You could probably sneak those out, mixed in with cleaning supplies, or something of that nature, truthfully. But what if there were the butterflies that came in through the window attracted by the scent of blood? If the distinctive scales of the neuromorpho are discovered in the room, or if the blood stains are discovered, that becomes irrefutable proof that's the scene of the crime. We're currently unable to enter room 509, where you apparently pushed the victim out the window. We could obtain a search warrant and investigate, but it will work in your favor during sentencing if you confess. I recommend the latter option. What do you say? Who? Who the hell would confess? Don't spout such naive nonsense just because I quietly listen to your drivel. A knife in his hand. When did you pull that out? I was threatened. I had no other choice. He said there'd be no buyers even if it wasn't released normally, and I had to buy it. I had no choice. There was no other way. I had to kill him. No other way? You invited the victim to room 509 with the intention of killing him. You were fully prepared to kill him and then cover it up, weren't you? Don't screw with me. I finally landed a decent job in this day and age after getting fired from my last one. Damn it, I won't let anyone take that away from me. Calm down, and what do you mean threaten? Get out of my way. Out of my way. Damn it, I let my guard down. I'm going to get stabbed. Wait, he didn't, actually get stabbed, did he? Nope. Kabane saves the day. Whoops. Kabane senpai? Huh? Oh my god. She's so sturdy. Oh, stab little Omi. And the liver? My, such intense, murderous intent. Huh. She pulled it out without even flinching. How are you still standing? How can you be so calm? Ow! That's because I'm... the one and only Detective Zomby. Huh? More importantly, isn't there anything to say? What should you say when you hurt someone? Where's my apology? Even zombies feel pain, I'll have you know. Just look at all this blood gushing out. There's hardly any blood gushing out, though. Look with the eyes of your heart. She shamelessly tried to gloss over it. What's going on? What in the world? Did they just kick him in the... Oh. Whoa. That's quite enough. I can't believe you obstructed public business in front of me. Kaicho! Kaicho, you're late! And you should have waited to make him spill the beans until after I arrived. Well, I suppose you wanted to time the culprit's confession with my arrival, but that was rather naive of you. You saw right through it. The team from Division 1 will be here soon. Room 509, was it? We'll be conducting a thorough search. It seems a great deal occurred here, but worry not, I'll listen intently to your account of events. Found at the police station. That was a close call, I think. And did this wrap up the case, I think? What are you talking about? After we turned away from the site because Division 1 showed up? I'm not sure, I don't feel like it's really over yet. My hands are still kind of shaking too, see? At any rate, I'll be heading home now. But why did you come all the way to the station with me, Kabane-senpai? You were totally spacing out the whole time, so I decided to see you off because I was worried about you. I'm wondering why that is. I get it, Tamura-kun. You don't feel a sense of closure yet. More than closure, I feel like I narrowly avoided getting killed. Sorry, that's embarrassing of me. What is? It turned into that whole mess because I suggested the culprit confess. I don't know what would have happened if Kaijo hadn't shown up. All because of my ideals, no. All because of my own selfishness. I caused you a great deal of trouble. You have my sincerest apologies. It's fine. People who can't even have ideals are limited in what they can achieve after all. That's... what a strange way to say. Don't look so down. I guess it can't be helped. And allow me to indulge in a little selfishness of my own next. Are we gonna go somewhere, or we're gonna go karaoke? Huh? Selfishness? What kind of? Let's dance! Oh. What? Why did you dance? I danced because I felt like dancing. She's true to her own desires. You should dance too, to celebrate our success. Sorry, I'm not much of a dancer, so I'll have to pass. But I do feel a bit more energized now. It still bothers me that I don't know the reason behind Shiraishi being threatened, but for the time being, congrats on cracking our first case. Yippee! Here's to many more cases together, and then you forget the very next day. Indeed, I'll be in your care. Just gonna forget. So sad. The next day. Oh. Hey there, Tamura. Kaicho? Heading home for the day? No, I'm heading over to the Namino Hotel now to follow up on yesterday's case. Is that so? Speaking of which, about the reason Shiraishi was threatened by the victim. That's still under investigation. Well, I'm sure he'll spill the beans eventually. Just as you suggested, a wealth of evidence was discovered in room 509. A culprit's uniform with the victim's blood on it, a laptop, various documents, and traces of Nero's morphos scales were detected on the room's floor as well. He wiped away the blood that got in the room, but he couldn't do anything about the scales. He had no choice but to open the window to dispose of the murder weapon and push the victim out. I suspected the Nero's morpho got into the room through that opening. Bullseye. Specialized chemicals and equipment would need to be brought in to eliminate those scales. He was probably planning to deal with them after the commotion died down. Good catch on your part. That's the only reason I could think of for why the culprit stubbornly refused to leave the 5th floor hallway. The culprit couldn't move because that reporter, Kurono, was staking out the 5th floor, trying to sneak into the victim's room. All evidences would have been quickly erased if he hadn't been there. We made it in time because he solved the case before that guy gave up his stakeout. You did well solving it at that speed, despite it being your first case. Honestly, I didn't expect it to go that smoothly, especially considering you must have been bewildered about being paired up with a zombie. At least he's aware that he gave an unreasonable order. Well, somehow. I admit I had my doubts at first, but Kabane-senpai really came through for me. To be honest... It wasn't... There were a lot of other things that were kind of just pointing towards him. It was not this, it wasn't just that. Also, you could have kind of inferred from the positioning, just from the positioning. The orientation, I mean, you didn't need to throw someone out to figure that out, let's be honest. Kaji-senpai is amazing in many ways. She doesn't just have one screw loose, but a whole hardware store's worth. But I'm sure you'll handle her just fine. I'm counting on you. Yeah, yes sir, I'll do my best. Good morning. And you are? That's the first thing you say in response to my morning greeting. Cute. You know who I am? Yes, I do. I'm Yasu Tamura, your new junior partner. Detective Zomby, let's give it our all together. Tamura, why are you sad and old in the future? Why are you sad and old? What happened? So that was the first case you solved as a detective with your senior. Detective Zomby? That's right. The victim was initially the perpetrator, threatening the culprit, but ultimately ended up being killed and becoming the victim. The culprit was initially the victim, being threatened, but killed the threatening party and tried to kill me too when I was young. Seriously, why are you so old? What happened? From a different perspective, both of them could be considered victims and perpetrators. That's exactly it. There's a high possibility that the incident would have been treated as an accident if the neuromorphos hadn't sniffed out the blood. And also, the positions of victim and perpetrator wouldn't have changed. Neuromorpho. I'm embarrassed to say I've never heard of it. I also learned about it later. It's an extremely rare insect that only inhabits specific regions. The existence of an insect for which it's unclear whether it's a moth or butterfly. And Senpai, whose existence is unclear as living or dead. Without either of them, we would not have been able to reach the truth. From what I've heard, Mr. Tamura, I think your existence is also quite significant. Do you think that? Indeed. Thank you, Tencho. Actually, I was secretly depressed that Senpai got stabbed while protecting me at the time. Even though she was a zombie. Nobody likes pain, do they? I don't want to treat others' pains. I don't want to treat other people's pain lightly. Even though she was a zombie, especially if her pain was my fault. Confirmation _ message. Congratulations on clearing the game. This is the end of the demo version. Thank you for continuing to enjoy the world of zombie police. We appreciate your continued support. It's actually super fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I guess the translation's just a little bit iffy. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Gotta proofread, man. But this is the best translation I've seen in a while in terms of translations for games I've played. I guess the writing is pretty good from what we saw, because it's comedy clearly. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I'll probably play the full game once it comes out. So yeah, thanks for watching.